Comm-UNITY, a podcast of and by SafeSource Africa. At SafeSource Africa, we are passionate about telling stories of African generosity, giving, and philanthropy. Season 12 of Comm-UNITY is telling stories of generous movers. By this, we mean people that are using the gift of mobility for good causes. So whether you're dancing, running, hiking, swimming, golfing, as long as you're moving your body for good, those are the stories that we're telling in this season. Today, I'm glad to bring you my guest and friend, Felix Wamala. Felix, you're very welcome to the podcast, and I'd like you to tell us a bit about yourself. Who is Felix?
Hello, how are you doing? My name is Felix, like they have told you. I'm a fitness trainer, stroke dance instructor, and I am under a company called Koona Dance Workout, and I happen to be the CEO and the founder of it. So I'm a very good person. I like to dance. I like to inspire people. I like to help people get fit, be happy, and live a good life and enjoy life. Because what is it about if you don't enjoy life? So that is my passion. That is my inspiration to see everyone enjoys life.
So Felix, when did you start dancing? How did you start it?
Actually, I grew up dancing as a child from Sunday school. Growing up, like in secondary, going to boarding school, they tried to divert me off dance, but I still had the skills. So I ended up dancing in school, left school, going to campus. And then there is a friend of mine who had a dance studio. He called me, he told me, let's come and still move your passion of dance. So I went there and kept on exercising my dance skills, and from there I just realized that this is my calling. So from dance we resulted to do fitness, so we moved fitness plus dance, and then we called it a dance workout. So from there, that's where everything blew up, and here we are.
Yeah. So what is the difference between dance and fitness?
Really, when you say dance and fitness and dance fitness, when you're dancing, you have no intentions of maybe losing calories, burning, you have no aim, you're just enjoying yourself. So, but when you say you're doing fitness, dance fitness, that means you have a purpose. You want to become fit, you want to lose weight, you want to you play with your mental health, Just it's about you, like you do something for yourself, but while dancing, and it's choreographed at the same time because you have to have an instructor to take you through.
Yes. Oh, and dancing you just
dancing you just do your own thing, or you do a group thing or one-on-one, have fun because that's it.
Nice, wow. So, because this podcast is about generosity, I'd like you to take us way back, from when you were young. What is your first experience of someone either being generous to you or you being generous to someone?
Okay, like I said, when I started to dance, as I grew up, I stopped dancing a little bit. But there's a guy called Andrew Maweje. So he picked me up because he knew I was a very good dancer. He called me to his studio and trained me for free. I learned a lot of things from there. I learned salsa, I learned fitness, I learned African dance for free. And this made me become a better person in my experience of dance. And from there, I started to do and teach other people. And then that's how I found myself being inspired from someone. Someone helped me when I knew nothing and told me, come and do for free, don't pay. Because if I had paid, maybe I would give up.
Yeah.
So that was a good generosity from him.
Wow. Big ups to Andrew. I know him, and he was my dance fitness instructor at some point in my life, and that's how I met Felix as a young person being instructed by Andrew. And I didn't know that part about Andrew, that he was doing this as part of his way of being generous, helping and supporting young dancers to come and, be in a class setting, leading people.
Actually, he's still doing that up to
Yes,
today,
yes.
even if for us we've grown up
Yes,
doing our own things as well. But I think he has been doing that thing for a long time,
Yeah.
which also inspires us, because even me right now as we speak, I also got inspired from him. Now I'm also training other people to do the same thing,
Wow. All because of generosity.
All because of generosity.
Wow, that's amazing. So fast forward, of course, you set up Koona Dance. For those who don't know what Koona means, because we are listened to by a worldwide audience, how would you explain Koona and what made you choose that name?
Actually, before I started with that weird name, I'm not going to mention it.
Yes.
It was not connecting. It was not connecting to
Yes.
our background,
Yes.
So I had to look through something that connects with the background of Uganda, Like if someone says a word in English, some other people from other countries will not understand exactly where you come from. So for example, if they ask me Koona, what does it mean? I have to explain to them and tell them where it originated from and what it means. So Koona means shake, shake something, shake your body, and dance. So shake and dance, in Luganda. So that was a very good caption, and it's a simple name. People got into it, and from there we are called Koona Dance.
Yeah, it's an amazing name. Very, like you said, short and simple. So you set up Koona Dance. You're teaching people and helping people with their fitness and mental health and all these things, and then it becomes Dance with a Purpose. So tell us a bit about that journey.
Okay, when we started a bit like in 2014, and then we used to just come to gyms, dance, go, come to gyms, dance, go. And then time reached when I felt a demand, there was a demand of okay, fine, you're doing these things, you're dancing throughout, but what are they going to remember you from? What are you going to leave behind that Koona did for the people? Apart from just teaching them how to dance and making them lose weight, okay, how about the people that don't know you? How can they benefit from Koona Dance workout? So we had to sit down. I remember I sat down, and then I got a few people to give me some advice to see that we have to give back to community in a different way, that maybe through our dance we can inspire other people who don't know anything about it, and they get to know us, and then we also help them in a way. So that's how it started. I felt like I had to do something for the community. It was a call every year. What have you done this year? What have you done this year? Until I'm like, you know what? I need to do something for the people, not just dancing.
Not just dancing.
Yeah.
It's interesting you say that, Felix, and I know we were both, in Grow.
Yes.
And one of the things we learned about a business brand and an individual brand is that part of the thing we do, apart from the work that we do, is also connecting to community.
Yes.
And so I love that Koona is doing that, is connecting to community.
Yes.
So in your quest to connect to community, what was on your heart? What community did Koona connect to?
We connected with teenage young pregnant mothers at a place called Youth for Christ. We went there, we looked at a few things that they were doing. They were helping those young girls who got pregnant early, to encourage them to not to make them give up on their lives just because they gave birth. And then we got touched a lot. We were like, wow, this is a very good thing that these people are doing. So we told ourselves, you know what? Why don't we help them? What do they need? So these girls, they used to be trained, maybe like how to sew, how to do bakery, tailoring, and other things. So we reached a point that when they teach them,
they leave and becomes jobless still. So we involved ourselves and we're like, what exactly can we do? We found out that we can give them equipment that they can use after they have studied to help them continue and live life, maybe like to have a job, to do on their own, to take care of their babies, and to also encourage other people not to get pregnant as quickly when they're still young, because they still have a life to live. And sometimes when those things come up, you can get confused and maybe stop doing or even achieve your goals, So that was our main focus, to prevent it and at the same time to help those people. To help those people that can do what? That can...
Don't worry, they will edit it.
Okay, let me do it again. To help those young girls that are already pregnant, or some of them even had kids. So they were not doing well. So we helped them to start up jobs, to start up businesses, to see that their life changes. So that was our main thing. And to be surprised, we use our own clients, because I realized that even clients want to help. They don't know where to help. So I like, when I came up with that idea, they were like, I also want to help and see that I can do something. So it was an amazing thing to do.
No, and that's as you're talking, in fact, the thing that came to my mind is, not only did Koona want to connect to community, but Koona used the Koona community to connect to community.
Exactly.
And by the Koona community, I mean that people who show up and come for your dance fitness class, those are the ones among whom you rallied money and other items for this giving cause, and they joined ranks with you. But I don't want people to assume that it was easy, that you just say, hey, I'm going to... No, there's a whole process behind it. So what did you do? How do you convince people? How did you... Because like I said, as we were beginning this podcast before we started recording, you never know, there might be many Felixes out there who are thinking, like you, I beyond dance, I want to do something, but I don't know how, or maybe it's not possible. So tell us a bit about that journey. What did it take for you to even deliver? Now we've done 4, but that first one, what did you do? What was your process to rally the Koona community for the community of teenage mothers?
That's a very good question, Jackie, because I came thinking about that same question. And I'm like, if she asks me, I'm going to give her the truth about what happens.
Please go ahead.
Okay, the first time we did that,
which was the
Koona Dance with the
purpose, the year, it was 2016. Yes.
Oh, wow.
2016. Okay. That was our first year to do that, the event. What we do always, we come up with an event that we all gather up. We contribute some money as a crew of Koona Dance and other people that don't do Koona Dance. Join together, and then from that money we contribute, we have to make sure that what we promise to do for the people, we do it. So the first time we started it, we had a big demand that the people had given us, and we raised money.
And this was the home for the teenagers?
Yes, that was that. We raised the money because they even came and celebrated with us. We raised the money, but it wasn't enough. It was not enough. Then I had to make sure that I fulfill what I had to do. We did it the first time we did it. And then I had to also add in my own money to make sure that this happens, but it wasn't an easy thing, because we didn't have all the money we thought we were going to get. But as soon as I got the money and I topped up and made sure that everything they asked and everything we promised was given, those people were very happy. And that year I was very happy. Just know, the next year things just started flowing up for me. This is when I see the Jackies coming in to help. that like people coming in to like give you a big push, like you, if you know, because the industry of fitness is not so big. So when you say we're going to do an event to contribute for this, not so many people are going to come. So you have to know that. And you have to know that, okay, fine, if those people are not going to come, do what you can do so that people can also pick up and say, this guy is doing a good job. How can I help him? How can I come in? How can I fall in? That's how it starts. But you don't just be there and say, I can't handle. Do the small you can handle and let people see from it.
Yes.
And then other people are going to join you. People are going to help you see that you achieve the goals you want to do.
Yeah.
That is.
And so I remember that part of your process was you organized a small committee, a planning committee.
Yes.
And we used to meet at phase 2. I remember.
Yes.
Under that tree, planning with Felix. Go ahead.
But it's yes, because the reason why those people came to join me as a committee is because they saw me do something. It's not because I just came and told them there's this good thing I'm doing, please come through. No, they had to first believe that this guy is really doing the right thing and is really being generous. And if you find generous friends, trust me, you're going to flow. You're going to help people. You're going to see. And the beauty with helping people, if someone is happy, you're happy. And if you leave this world, just know you've left attachments on this earth. You've not just lived. You've left attachments in people's hearts.
And touching through generosity.
Exactly.
So we held several committee meetings over several, maybe like 2.
Yeah.
And then there's putting together the adverts, and then there's making tickets, selling tickets.
Making t-shirts to see that you sell those t-shirts so that you also still get money out of it.
Finding a venue.
Yes. It's not easy, but if you have people that are generous as you, just know you move.
You will move.
You move.
So the first year, the support was to this teenage home, the youth and And then the second year, so tell us the 4 that you've done.
Okay, for the 4 years, we've been helping the teenage mothers because each year they pick different teenage mothers from different countries. So the thing is, when we looked through, we're like, okay, fine, we are helping. We're going to help them to take care of their lives somehow, maybe after they have graduated. But what are we doing to see that we are preventing it also? You understand?
Yes,
so this is where we also got involved with an organization of Uganda AIDS, at Uganda AIDS. You know that
was it Uganda AIDS Commission?
Yes.
Or okay.
So they came through. They joined hands with us. And then we used to go with them different days and then just go and talk to the girls. Tell them that they're not doing bad because they're pregnant, but they can keep moving, they can keep going. And they should also tell their young sisters, other people they know that this is not the right thing. It's not the right thing to get pregnant early when you're not ready. So we had to also tackle that bit of it to prevent it. As we are also helping other people. So we had to focus because I remember when I started this thing, I talked to you, Jackie, and you told me, Felix, next year, please stick with the teenage girls because you're not going to leave them and then go to other people and you leave them half-baked. Move with them for some time. Give them a journey that these guys joined us and this is the impact they have put for us. And it doesn't just happen once. It has to keep happening until maybe you grow bigger. That's when you start helping other people. But you don't just wake up to say, I'm going to help the whole world. Start small, Start small, and then the more you see that you have ability to help, is the more you go on helping more and more people.
Yeah, so that's powerful what you say, Felix, because often people Also, I held back thinking that I don't yet have, or I don't yet have enough. Let me first grow my dance fitness business, and one day
And
we shall do it. We shall get there. We shall support community. But what you're saying is start with what you have.
yeah, start with what you have, and most especially if you get that feeling, flow with the feeling
Flow with
as
the
soon as
feeling.
possible.
Wow. Otherwise, it's easy to lose, right?
Yeah, you will give up.
Yes.
Time will come, you'll be taken up because you're still thinking that you can't make it.
I know you've done it 4 times. Was there a moment that you felt like giving up? Does it get hard?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It does. Like, for example, like what I've said, if the funds don't come the way you expected, you have to put in your own money because you have to take responsibility of what you decided to do, because that's how it moves, that's how it starts.
Yes.
Things are not easy. The start is always not easy. But just know, as you keep pushing, as you keep moving ahead, you learn, you tell yourself, okay, this time I didn't do it right because I didn't reach out to many people, I didn't advertise well, so what can I do? So you have to keep improving to see that you reach the targets, and not give up, because if you start, you don't stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what's also beautiful about Koona is, like you said, you two are training other young gentlemen,
Yeah.
and not only in dance, because when they see that the dance fitness company I joined just doesn't train people, we also give to community. That means that at whatever point they leave Felix, at whatever point rather they leave Koona Dance, you will have planted a seed.
Yes.
And hopefully that seed, as they go and grow, will also sprout, to many other communities as
True.
well. So that's a beautiful ripple effect, I think, of this. And people do dance on this day. Is there a way that when they congregate to dance, in order for that day's proceeds to impact that community, is there a time that the Koona community also meets the community that they are giving to?
Yeah. This happens when we go, like after we've done the event, we organize a day with the place where the teenage girls are located. Then as a team of Koona, we select those who are going to represent. For example, if each year we look out and we're like, whoever wants to come and go with us as we deliver these things, please come. So we always go with them to also have a feel of what we are doing, to understand that truly this is Koona, and this helps us as with our clients to be one, because they feel that they are also dancing, but at the same time they're impacting lives.
Yes.
They thought they were just going to go and dance, but they find themselves doing other things as well for the community. And I realized that one day some lady told me, I'm going to tell you this story. Some lady told me, Felix, do you know that for me, I used to want to help, but I didn't know how.
Wow.
But this is going to be an opportunity for me to help, because where we say sometimes that if a ticket is going to be 30,000, you see that someone is going to give you 100,000, not because they are rich, but because they want to use the remaining money to feel that they have put in something to push the cause with Koona Dance.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And as we wind down the conversation, what are looking back the 4 years that you've done this thing, what is that moment where you felt, yes, I am doing the right thing, I'm glad I'm dancing with a purpose?
The moment when we went back to Subi, Youth for Christ, we just went to see, because we had to do follow-up of, okay, we've helped these people to get sewing machines, to get machines to do hair and stuff. Are they using them, or they sold them,
Yes.
or they, you know,
Abandoned them.
or they abandoned them, or they went back to their lives. You know what? Are we? Is our impact being thrived? Is it working?
Yes.
So we went back, and actually, we found that those girls were really doing work, because we had to come back with the things they did for free. They're like, you know what, you guys, you helped us to get the sewing machine, so I've sewed for you a t-shirt. I've sewed for you table mats. You know, I gave out those things to Koona Dance people. I think I gave you some. Table mats, because we went there to see what they do. What outcomes have you done from what we decided to do with you?
Yes.
And we found that people were doing their best. They were keeping, like we have to keep doing follow-ups, because you don't just do it and move on. You know, you have to know why I started this thing. Is it working or it's not? So if it's not working, how can I see it work? But it was good that it was working. We found that people were doing something out. There was an impact, and I was very happy. You know, I was very, very happy to see that I did something that I didn't expect that it can help someone, but it is helping them, because they're not just doing these things of being a tailor, of waiting for chiraka. I don't know if you understand chiraka. Chiraka is like a tone. It's like maybe you have a tone. You know, mending. You know how you have a tone shirt, and then your business is to wait for those tone clothes, and then you own. No, they're not at that level. They're at level of being designers, you know, of creating a t-shirt, a shirt, a trouser, a dress, you know. Other things like those artwork, table mats. I found them doing many things, not only just doing like many things. So I was like, wow, this is good. Wow. This is something nice. So there's no one who wouldn't be happy after seeing that. So I was happy.
So, and again, you started Felix. So how did you overcome the fear? Because often, yes, I might have an idea, like you said, there was something impressed upon your heart, and you said, I need to do something more with this dance fitness that I'm doing. And there might be another Felix out there thinking, yes, I have the call, but I fear. So how did you overcome the fear? How did you start?
Overcoming the fear is, I think, it's because I just be around people that are generous, you know. You have to flow with them, you know. There's a flow that they put you in, and if you are feeling it in your heart and you're seeing them doing it, for example, you cannot be with Jackie and you want to be a generous person and you're hesitating, just go talk to her, you know. You get people you talk to, they guide you, they tell you, you know what you're doing, what you want to do is a good thing. Okay, you want to, like for example, like I said, if you think big, they will talk to you and tell you, you know what, start with maybe this amount of money. Go with this, you know. And when you start, that will encourage you to keep going. So my overcoming my fear is to being around the generous people and seeing that they have done this, for that, for who. And also in my life, I also have stories that someone did for me. And I'm where I am right now because someone thought about me, picked me up, and made me change my life, you know. So who am I not to see that after reaching where I've reached, I'm tied up. I'm not doing anything about myself, you know. So that's how you overcome your fear. Just be around the people that look for them. If you don't have, just look for them. Be their friends. They will help you and give you the right advice to see that you join the group. Being generous, it's a very good relief after you finish your year and you see that I've done this, I've done that, with no feelings of benefits, but impacting people's lives is the best thing you can do for yourself
Wow. Thank you, Felix. I believe that's a beautiful way to end our podcast. Thank you for sharing your story. Thank you for enabling Koona Dance with a Purpose to contribute to community. And like you said, for people out there who are wondering, should I, can I, will I? Experiencing generosity in your own life, I think requires is the push that we need to then be generous to others. True. Thank you so much for being a guest on our podcast. Thank you all out there that are listening to us, and tune in again next Thursday when we bring you another amazing guest. Thank you so much, Felix.
Thank you, Jackie, for hosting me.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.